Commitment Taco Bell and Frosted Flakes. On today's cast, I knew.
Alright guys, this is lunch A. We're gonna go ask some seniors where they're going for college.
I will be going to the University of Michigan, and hopefully I'll be majoring in public health.
I'm also going to UMich, studying business.
MSU and mechanical engineering.
Going to the University of Michigan for biology.
Going to the University of Michigan for chemical engineering.
I'm going to the University of Michigan for computer science.
I'm going to UMich for biology.
I'm attending Michigan State University, and I'm either going into marketing or broadcasting.
I'm going to Dearborn and studying mechanical engineering.
My name is Ron Bruton. I will be attending the University of Utah, and I will be majoring in finance.
I'm Gabby.
And I'm Mila.
And we're going to the University of Michigan to study pharmaceutical sciences.
It's my birthday.
University of Notre Dame Biochem.
The Wayne Med Direct for public health.
Michigan State Human Biology. University of Michigan Aerospace Engineering.
I'm Summer. I'm going to the University of Michigan to study nursing. Hi, my name is Priscilla. I'm going to Michigan State, and I'm majoring in human biology on a pre-med track.
The University of Michigan for Biology, Health, and Society.
And I'm going to MSU for public health.
UT Dallas, major is kind of undecided. Probably computer science, probably electrical engineering.
I'm going to Purdue for Aerospace Engineering.
I'm going to U of M for political science.
Wayne State, pre-med. Let's go.
I'm studying 12th grade at Novi High School.
My name's Isha. My major is neuroscience, and I'm going to Northwestern.
I'm going to UMich for aerospace engineering.
I'm going to MSU, and I'm going to major exploratory preference.
I'm going to study math and econ at University of Michigan.
Penn State, mechanical engineering.
Military.
Hi, my name's Jocelyn. I'm going to the Culinary Institute of America, and I'm doing a major in food business with a major in culinary arts.
My name is Catherine. I'll be going to the University of Michigan to study movement science.
I'm going to Michigan State University and I'm studying neuroscience.
Hello, it's Sol. I'm going to UMich Ann Arbor to study data science.
I'm going to Oakland University and my major is electrical engineering.
Hey Wildcats, Step Into the Light is having their next meeting on Friday right after school in room 160. Seniors, you only have a few meetings left, so make sure to show up.
Hey Wildcats, the Color Guard team has tryouts starting May 5th. In this sport, you will learn to dance with equipment and props and compete at a regional and state level, and at the end of the season, they will showcase their hard work at Ford Field Stadium. On the team, they also make lifelong friendships and have fun with the other members of the marching team. The Novi Color Guard is having auditions May 5th through the 7th at Novi High School cafeteria.
Novi Music Production had to postpone their meeting for the third time, so they will now be meeting this Friday, May 2nd in room 245 here. They will be talking about experimenting with rhythms with what makes a beat sound good, and they will also be reenacting a scene from Star Wars. And there's food involved.
Over the weekend, your Novi boys varsity baseball team had a doubleheader against Fenton, 9-5 the first time, and beating them even worse, 8-1 the second time. Congratulations to our Novi boys varsity golf team, where on Monday they had a showcase tournament where they placed first over the Shamrocks in Catholic Central. The Novi varsity softball team had a doubleheader versus Plymouth Christian where they would come up short both times.
Novi girls varsity lacrosse would take on Birmingham Seaholm where they would come up short. Novi boys varsity lacrosse would take on Belleville on senior night where they would unfortunately come up with a loss. Novi girls varsity soccer would take on South Lyon, winning 7-0.
On Tuesday, your Novi varsity girls soccer team played on their senior night. They beat Howell 7-0. Your Novi boys varsity volleyball team took on Rochester Adams, winning 3-2.
Novi track had their senior night against Plymouth, where the boys came up a little bit short and the girls took a dub. And then on Wednesday, the Novi varsity softball team took on Plymouth in a doubleheader where they took 2 losses. And then Novi varsity baseball took on Plymouth at Plymouth, winning 7-5.
Novi girls varsity lacrosse would play Canton, where they would win 16-4, and the boys varsity lacrosse team would play Howell, where they would come up short. On Thursday, Novi varsity girls lacrosse played against Grosse Pointe South, where they would come up short. And your Novi girls varsity soccer team would play Northville, taking a tough loss.
Today, Novi varsity track will compete against Saline at Saline. Novi baseball has a doubleheader against Dexter here at home, and Novi boys varsity lacrosse has a game against Saline.
Hi, I'm Vanessa, and today I'm here with.
Mr. Meyer.
And what were the biggest fashion trends when you were in high school?
Well, a lot of people wore leather bomber jackets and college gear.
And then what was a go-to hangout spot after high school?
Probably Taco Bell, something like that, or somebody's house if they had a pool, especially in the summer.
And what was some popular slang when you were a student?
Probably rad, wicked, stuff like that.
Okay. And what do you think was better about high school in the past?
No phones. It was nice to just use a payphone. That's where the big hangout spot was in school, was by the payphone. So.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Vanessa, and today I'm here with
Miss Morozek.
And what were the biggest fashion trends when you were in high school?
Tank tops with like one of those little cover things, and then like a really chunky, thick belt that you just like put over top for no reason.
Okay, and what was a go-to hangout spot after high school?
Well, I'm from Caseville, and there was the Dairy Queen parking lot, the bank parking lot, the beach, the break wall, pretty much anywhere where adults weren't.
Okay, and what was some popular slang when you were a student?
YOLO.
What was one thing you think was better about high school in the past?
I know everyone's been saying phones, but like, I don't know. It felt like everyone like really participated in things. Like we do like Spirit Week, and it'd be like there's like 1,000 people. Like I still have some of the clothes and costumes and stuff I made, so probably like participation.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
What's up, guys? We are back with part 2 of our cereal tier list. We have more time now, so we can hopefully finish. Enjoy.
Next up, we have Trix. I honestly feel like they're just a worse version of Captain Crunch. I don't find anything about it fantastic. I'm gonna give it a C.
We all know that Trix are for kids, so I'm not allowed to eat these anymore. But there's definitely better fruity cereals on here, but they're solid. I'll give them a B.
It's a pretty alright fruity cereal, and I like the bunny, so A.
I think you guys are all wrong. It literally turns your milk pink. Like, what's better than that? It's beautiful. It's very sweet. It's cereal. It's gonna be sweet. I give it an S tier. That's like my favorite cereal ever.
I agree with the part where there's a lot of better fruity cereals than Trix, so I give it a B.
Next up, we have Fruit Loops, another OG cereal.
Top tier fruity cereals. I'll give this an S tier.
Fruit Loops are decently solid. They're good in a pinch.
I give them the B because they were like nothing really special.
Next up, very similar to Fruit Loops, we have Apple Jacks. I'd have to have them both again to compare if it's better than Fruit Loops, but they taste pretty much the same. I'm gonna give them an A.
You're crazy because Apple Jacks taste nothing like Fruit Loops. They're still solid. I'll give them a B.
Apple Jacks are classic. I love them so much. This was my go-to cereal. I love them. S tier.
I always really liked Apple Jacks as a kid. My parents wouldn't let me have them for some reason, so every single time I got them in like the school lunches and stuff, I'd always like it a lot. So I give it like a high A.
Next up, Frosted Flakes. I love Frosted Flakes. S.
Frosted Flakes are actually a pretty solid cereal. I like them way better now that I'm older. They're pretty solid. I'll give them an A tier.
I'm gonna give them an A.
I also do like Frosted Flakes a lot, so I'll give them an A.
They got kind of a cool flavor just because of the frosting on them. And they got Tony the Tiger. A lot of awesomeness all around. S.
All right, next, Lucky Charms, in my opinion, the greatest cereal that has ever been introduced to the world. Triple S, outstanding, guilty pleasure. Eat it in a mug while watching Lions football.
That is just not true. Lucky Charms, they're not even a C tier cereal. They're actually awful. I hate them.
It actually makes me like them more.
I could see why people would like them, but just not my favorite. I'll give them a D tier.
Lucky Charms has never been my first pick. I'm still gonna give them an A though.
Lucky Charms without the marshmallows are obviously just useless.
The experience of eating Lucky Charms is just a waiting game. Like, cause you're waiting until you eat all of the crappy little Cheerio thingies, and then you get to the good part, which is the marshmallows at the very end. It's like an A.
Next up, up, we have Fruity Pebbles, another OG. Just because of the soggy thing, I'm gonna give them an A.
Something that is super massive is the hype around Fruity Pebbles. These are not that good. Totally undeserved. These are a B tier cereal.
I love these. They're awesome. They have Fred Flintstone on them, so I'm gonna give them an A.
I'm gonna agree with Matt and disagree with Moose. This cereal misrepresents Fred Flintstone. It's bad. C tier.
They're way too thin. They get soggy way too fast. And the fruity flavor just isn't all there. A low C tier.
Embarrassing!
Next up is Golden Crisp. They're like Cheerios, but worse. I don't like the Sugar Bear. This gets a D for me. I'd never eat these. These suck.
What?
These are horrible.
I don't like these at all. F.
I agree. F.
I hate the bear on the cover. They're pretty bad. D.
The nostalgia factor's faded. I'm gonna give them like a D, just because they used to be good and they're not anymore.
Next up, we have Mini Wheats, specifically the white frosted Mini Wheats. I'm gonna give them a C.
My dad loves these, but he's also like 45. I'm the oldest kid, so
You don't act like it.
these are easily a C.
I love the texture of these too. I think they're really good. So S tier.
Basically, if Frosted Flakes was trying to be something it's not. Low B, high C.
I'm hitting on these. These suck, especially when they get soggy. If you let them sit in the milk for like even 2 minutes, 1 minute, I'll give it like a high D.
Our last cereal for the tier list is Raisin Bran. You cannot enjoy this if you are below the age of 50 years old. So for that reason, I'm going to give these an F.
It's a D.
I want to agree. When you say you can't get worse, you can always get worse. I'm gonna go like F tier.
I've had it a few times and there's not even enough raisins, so I'll give it like a D.
They don't come close to a lot of these cereals, but honestly, they're not bad. I'm gonna give them a C.
All right, that does it for our cereal tier list. All right, see you next time, Novi.
Where's Omni-Man? Where is he?
Bonus ranking, Count Chocula is the best ever.
We'll see you next time. Bye.
What's up, Wildcats? Do you want your story featured on the Cat's Eye News? Email us at nhscatseyenews@gmail.com. And remember, all requests should be in by 9 a.m. on Monday to give our journalists the time that they need to deliver you a quality product.
Thank you for watching today's Cat's Eye News. Enjoy prom this weekend. Also, only 7 more days left for the seniors. Let's play.